Going to share with you on the topic how to become result oriented. The world is governed, is controlled, is enjoyed by many who have seen giving excuses as a taboo, but action as the way forward in life. You would understand and believe with me that those who are world changers today, those who are great entrepreneurs, those who have achieved great results in life, are those who have decided to burn their boat of excuse and constantly apply action to produce results in their respective lives. The likes of Dangote, the likes of Warren Buffett, the list could go on and on and on. Inasmuch as we may not have time to live with these individuals so as to know whether they give excuse or not. But the result, which is so vivid, which is so clear, beyond doubt, have proven that they took some disciplines to achieve great results in their lives. Growing up, I had this challenge to give excuse until I got over it and started living in a greater, better dimension, living a life of possibilities. Growing up, I wasn't very intelligent when it comes to doing academically great. I was having some difficulties in my academic pursuit. During secondary school days, I made a decision to burn my boat of excuse. From primary school, I discovered that I had brilliant students ahead of me. I so much admire being at the first position, but I kept giving excuse day in, day out that my background have not produced someone so intelligent that could be taking first position. In as much as my brothers, in our family lineage, we were known to be people of intelligence, but my own case was just different. I constantly gave excuse, telling and convincing my own self as to why I am not qualified to take first position. This kept on until I discovered a secret that made me decide to share this broadcast with you. I discovered that the more I give excuse, the more I create my comfort zone. What do I mean by comfort zone? Comfort zone, that is the more reason I tell myself reasons as to why I cannot get that first position I admired. It kept on until I decided to move on and then start taking action. And what were the action that I took? I decided reading more than I've ever read before, because there is a saying that for you to become someone else you've not been before, you have to do things differently that you've not done before. I've been hearing this word for years, but I decided to take action in that direction. I started reading more and I saw a drastic development in my academic pursuit. I then finished primary school, entered into secondary school. I still had it in my goal to take that first position because I have decided to be the best I could possibly be. The days of giving excuses are gone. I want to turn a new page where my life and where possibilities are possible. For the very first time in my life, I took third position out of 70 people. The third position was not the height I really got. Now, the people taking second position and first position, They might possibly not see third position as a big deal, but the mindset I had towards progress is I wasn't what I was before. I have become a near version of whom I want to be because of the drastic actions I have taken towards my academics. I got third position for the very first time. And guess what? I decided not to be satisfied with that status quo. I told myself that I'm going to go for the best and nothing else but the best. When WAEC came, I applied for the form. I read and I told myself that the days of giving excuse as to why I shouldn't sit up in my academics are gone. I did the best I could. I took that WAEC. But guess what? I didn't pass the WAEC. But the joy is, I did it on my own, and the grades I got there, I knew I put in the best work I could at that point in time. Now, here is what I did. I then asked myself some certain questions. I asked myself, why did I fail this WAEC despite my hard work and preparation towards this exam? I then bought past questions and answer, WAEC standard. I started going through the past questions and I saw that, man, even if I had become my examiner, I would have marked myself lesser than what I got in the WAEC. What am I trying to say? I decided not to blame WAEC for my failure. I decided not to blame the Nigeria system for my failure. I decided not to blame my parents to have not sent me to a private school. I burnt my excuses. Most people, what is holding them back and down in life is not necessarily life. It is because of their constant spirit of giving excuse for not carrying the necessary action they're supposed to take in their lives. I researched for WAEC the following year. I decided to read harder like never before, pray and believe God for a better result, and also to equip myself with materials that would build me towards doing excellently well. And guess what? I cleared all my papers. I graduated as the best student in the Department of Fine and Applied Art. And I'm currently given the opportunity and the appointment to be a lecturer in the department. My life transformed from zero to hero because I decided to burn my excuses. Some of us could be youth. You might be a father, you might be a mother to someone, you might be a youth. Some of us have these great goals, but we found out that procrastination and giving constant excuse have been the disease that have been holding us back. It is the spirit of giving excuse that have been holding many people down. Until you burn your boat, you cannot understand and know how well you can be able to swim. Oh yes, it is until you burn your boat that you understand that you have better capacities, better abilities within you to achieve your results in life. Your boat that I meant in this context could be your comfort zone. You could be given reasons that you were not from the right environment where you wish to have come from. One thing I need to let you know at this juncture is you are perfectly made. Where you have been born to is where God designed you to have come from. Therefore, you should not be excusable as to why you wouldn't achieve this goal. For the fact that you have this dream in your mind, it means you have the capacity to achieve it. I didn't come from a wealthy background, but that gives me a passion, additional passion to chase goals, to achieve and pursue greater results in life. So I remember a particular story in the Bible that talked about the talents. That is in Matthew 25 from 13 to the end. But that Matthew 25 verse 24 of it, the Matthew 25 account is actually a story of a master who went for a journey and decided to give his 3 servants gifts, talents, for them to give account of it. The first servant was given 5 talents. The second servant was given 2 talents, while the third servant was given 1. Guess what? The 3 servants at this juncture were all given talents according to their abilities. This implies that they were given equal talents, because for God to say they were all given according to their abilities, it means the person who received 5 talents actually had the capacity for 5. The one who received 2 had capacity for 2. The one who received 1 talent had the capacity for 1. It would have been unfair if the person who received 1 talent was given 5, because possibly that person who received 1 talent don't have the capacity to handle 5. It would have been a waste of resources. And guess what? What that servant did with his 1 talent, he would have equally do same if he had been given 5 talents. That servant that was given 1, if he had been given 5 talents, he would surely do the same thing he did with the 1 talent he was given. So at this juncture, the one who was given a single talent went and buried his own. And then when the master came, guess what? He rushed the master to come and give excuse. He said, "Master, wicked master, you gave me 1 talent. I was so afraid and I went and hid it." And the 1 talent, he just started giving excuse. Guess what? Excuses are failure's favorite. Whoever have failed are excuse oriented. Those who have excelled beyond all odds are those who have decided to be action oriented. He came out, and then after giving his excuse, even before his master could know what he did with his 1 talent, that 1 talent had so much he could positively do. But because of his act of giving excuse, he went and buried it. Remember, it is not because of the little talent he was given. He was given enough according to his ability. That is just what I want you to understand here. So, I want you, if you must produce results in this 21st century, if you must become result-oriented, I want you to burn your boat of excuses. There are so many people who have achieved great feat in life because they've decided to burn their boat of excuses. You listening to this broadcast, I want to assure you that once you burn this boat of excuse. The future awaits your manifestation, because it is when you burn your boat of excuses that so many factors, so many possibilities you never knew that reside inside of you, that is when they start to come out. Let me give you an instance. That's why when you see people who mistakenly jump into where there are dogs, there's just this unusual energy to climb up out of a long fence. Sometimes when you come out, you start to ask yourself, how did you do it? How were you able to survive? How were you able to climb out of something you would ordinarily not do? That is how life is. Until your reason as to why you should achieve a great height in life is more than your excuses. Until you get to that point, possibly nothing might work out for you positively. Make it as a duty. Make it as a job. Make it as a lifelong process to keep becoming result-oriented than giving excuse. In most of the time, it is not about the excuse. One thing about excuse is it is always looking palatable. It is always looking justifiable. It is always looking as though it is a cogent reason. Giving excuse is always looking palatable, but it is not a justifiable reason for you to have not achieved that which you wished, that which you have not achieved because of one excuse or the other. That which you have not excused would keep staying and keep staring at your face. It could be you are looking for multiple streams of income. For the fact that you have it within you, or you conceived that idea, or you conceived that vision, it means you have everything possible within you to make it a reality. It might be that you are giving excuse that your work would not give you time. It might be your excuse is that you have children who might not give you chance to do what you needed to do with your extra time. It might be that you have not acquired the skill you wish to have acquired so as to open up another stream of income. Whatsoever thing the reason is, this broadcast is coming to you to let you know that you can still achieve that multiple streams of income if you can give it a try. The best way to make things happen is to make it happen. The best way to have faith is actually to add work to it. You can't be wishing and dreaming and then planning towards without taking necessary actions in the right direction. Until you decide to take necessary actions in the right direction of what you want to be changed in your life, in your family, in the way you do your business, everything would remain the same, the way they've been. It is said, especially in the science world, that everything remains in a state of rest until an external force is applied. Your situation is remaining in a state of rest, is remaining static, waiting for you to apply action. Here are a few things I will also leave you with before we call it a day in this broadcast. First, be action-oriented. The world is governed by those who have been taking constant action. Little wonder the Bible says, and I quote, "Seest thou a man diligent in his work? He shall stand before great men and not mere men." Guess what? Diligence means constant application of action. That is the meaning of that diligence. The Bible did not say, "Seest thou a man talented in his work? He shall stand before great men and not mere men." The Bible said, "Seest thou a man diligent in his work? He shall stand before great men and not mere men." This implies that those who enjoy happy life, those who enjoy great life, those who live beyond what mere eyes could see, those who achieve results are those who are diligent. Those who live, who seem as though they are the one enjoying the wealth that God have created here on earth, seemingly look as though it is those who constantly take action. Actually, it is those who take action that enjoy the dividends of life. So, take action is the first step I need you to consider in becoming result oriented. Second point is show yourself more reason why you should try. Because if you try telling yourself more reason why you should give excuse, you will have 10,000 and many more of it. The mind deduces and goes to the direction you have pushed it. So if you decided to become result oriented, you would see more reason why you should work hard. Possibly you need to open down multiple streams of income so as to care for your kids, care for your spouse, care for your family members that are needing some financial assistance. If you don't need that money, possibly your mom in the village need it. Possibly charity work needs it. Possibly you need to give someone a scholarship. Possibly there are many reasons why you should try until your reasons are in constant nature. You may not achieve that result. So let there be a diligence in giving yourself reasons why you should try. The third point to become result oriented is you sow what you reap. The law of sowing and reaping. What you sow, you reap. If you sow hard work and diligence in your work ethics, in your pursuit as a student, in your diligence as an entrepreneur, in your diligence in seeking that job opportunity, in your diligence in seeking that relationship that would lead to marriage, if you kept at it diligently, what you sow is what you reap. So when you constantly sow work towards getting your heart desire, you are going to achieve results. So what you sow, you reap. That is the third point. Why the fourth one is demand the best from yourself. Demand nothing else but the best. Me personally, I decided not to keep giving excuse for carrying last in the class. I decided to burn my excuses of why I should not be a person of excellence. I burnt it. So I saw more reason why I should be exceptional. And to the glory of God, I'm not where I was, but I am on the level that I could constantly or clearly tell you that I have worked diligently and I've achieved so many results. To the glory of God, I've achieved so many results. As a young man at my age, I've achieved so many results that I'm proud of. Actually, I'm really proud of the result I'm producing. So you could be proud of the things you are going to start producing if you demand the best from yourself. The last point I'm going to leave with you is accept responsibility for what life have given to you. But do not settle for it if you are not satisfied with it. What do I mean? For you, what do I mean? That you should accept life, what life throws at you, and then make a change when you do not like the situation. Now, there are some things that happen to us in life. We keep saying, God, why me? Why me? Why me? Why is this happening? What? I don't deserve it. Why is it happening? I lost this. I lost this amount. I lost this investment. I lost this opportunity. Oh, why? In life, I know there are some things we can't really control. There are some things that are not in our control. In such scenarios, whenever it happens, it's one of the dividends of life. It's maturity to accept it because it is something we can't change. For example, we lost our loved one, like our dad or mom or uncle or grandma or grandpa. We don't have control over that. We move on. However, in situation that came and then we were not prepared for it. Take for instance, a job opportunity come and it passed you by because you didn't prepare for it. It causes pain, agony, it causes disappointment. Now, instead of complaining at that juncture, do me a favor. The favor I want you to do for me is, please sit down, carefully analyze as to why it passed you by. You could see where and how you are blamable. The first step towards living a life of greatness is to take responsibility of what happens to you, to take full responsibility of it. If the responsibility to be taken is not in full, if it is a partial taking responsibility, you might end up not changing it because you have not taken control and taken responsibility. It is until preparation meets opportunity. It is until preparation meets opportunity. Miracle cannot be given birth to. You can control the outcome of what will happen next in the nearest future. You could start to prepare more. It's a great pleasure. I have shared with you great things that will really help you to get to the next level when it comes to how to become result-oriented to produce results. Life is enjoyable. Life is great. If only we can accept discipline and take action in the right direction. It's your favorite program, Get Inspired with Ugwu Samuel the Artist. It's a pleasure that I have shared this broadcast with you, and I know you are richly blessed. See you next time. I remain your humble host, Ugwu Samuel Nwachukwu the Artist. Bye.